I really just wanted to take a brief moment to say thank you. First, for inviting me to interview for the current Medical Physics Residency position in your department, and secondly, for such a wonderful interview experience with all your staff and faculty. I honestly enjoyed every moment, and I loved the laughter and the conversations and the meaningful questions and exchange that we had during the interview process. I have always wanted to become a clinical medical physicist ever since I was about 9th grade. Sadly, this undying passion of mine was inspired by the catastrophic loss of my grandfather to stage 3 colorectal cancer. And so ever since then, I have orchestrated my life journey so as to get to where I am today. And therefore, I just wanted to say thank you for extending such an invitation because it means a lot to me. Currently, in my role as a junior medical physicist, I am responsible or in charge of all monthly QAs, all IMRT QAs, electron cutout measurements. I also complete some aspects or parts of SRS QAs with the use of the Sun Nuclear Stereofan, as well as do the monthlies for our PET CT SIM and CT SIM. So per TG142, I independently do all the mechanicals for both of our true beams, as well as the CT SIM and PET CT SIM. I do all the imaging QA tests from CBCT to MVKV imaging tests, as well as do all the dosimetry tests with the use of a variety of phantoms, from the ArcCheck to the ICID profiler, to the ISO aligned phantom, and so on and so forth. Now, during my stay here at Jaeger-Co, I have already taken part actively in the commissioning of a brand new variant TrueBeam, during which I took part in setting up the Sun Nuclear 3D water tank. I actively took part in beam profile measurements, output factor measurements for all fuel sizes, for all the beam energies, both photons and electrons, as well as in the commissioning of the OS/MS system. Now, I was in charge of putting together the clinical data book, as well as a good chunk of the commissioning report for the clinic. Now, we are about to start the commissioning of another TrueBeam in 3 weeks from now, so I'm really looking forward to that particular experience as well. As a graduate student at Creighton University, we are required to complete 1 semester of clinical rotations. Instead of doing just a semester of clinical rotations like every other student, I completed a year of clinical rotations, during which I participated actively in the commissioning of the state-of-art variant H radiosurgery system, as well as I took part in the monthly QAs for the Gamma Knife. I actively participated in several ultrasound-guided prostate HDR, and that was really an amazing experience that I took part in. I routinely took part in the monthly QAs for the tomotherapy machines, as well as the monthly QAs for the CT SIM for several centers, as well as for different Linux, including TrueBeams, Electa Versus, the Siemens Encore, and so on and so forth. And so my experience currently, both as a student at Creighton University and as a junior medical physicist, really has solidified 110% my undying passion to become a clinical medical physicist. Now, as a person, I'm really highly motivational, mission driven, and very intentional in creating and fostering trust and open communication within my team members. One of the perks of serving in the U.S. Army is that we are service oriented. We always put the mission first. We are trained to function under a highly stressful, fast-paced environment, and we can work extremely well under pressure. It is my hope and wish to be mentored in your program to become a good clinical medical physicist. In 5 years from now, I see myself working in a clinical center where I practice clinically as a radiation oncology medical physicist, teach and mentor other medical physicists and radiation therapy students, as well as do productive research that is clinically relevant to the medical physics community. I also ambitiously want to work with my local government back home in Africa, in Cameroon to be more specific, to start a medical physics program as well as to promote radiation therapy in underdeveloping countries. And therefore, I want to be trained and mentored by experienced and passionate medical physicists like you to be able to help me achieve my life goal in the fight against cancer and to make a positive difference in the lives of cancer patients. I am humbled, I am hungry to learn and love to learn, and I'm very independent. I'm really emotionally very mature, and quite frankly, I take responsibilities of my mistakes and I learn from them. I am authentic in my conversations and always honest and open with the people I interact with. This has been the testimony of the people who have actually worked with me in the past. And so I look forward and hopefully to get matched in your institution, and hopefully looking forward to working with you to making all of this possible and to be able to contribute to the medical physics community. Thank you. Thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video and for giving me this opportunity. Remain blessed and God bless you. Bye.